The time has finally come. The end is nigh. The final frontier. Gilmore Gang, we made it. We have finally reached the end of Gilmore Girls Season 1. Only 6 more seasons to go and a whole entire spin-off season. Thank you all for being here with me through it all, even when it took me a decade sometimes to edit a single video. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the messy recap. So Max, Medina and Lorelai are back together, stroke they never really stopped being together. Rory is moping around because of the Dean dumping and makes Lane her personal slave so she doesn't have to bump into him. Lorelai offers to buy Rachel a birthday gift from Luke for no apparent reason and comes back having spent all Luke's money on clothes for him so she can dress him up like a doll and yet still pretend she's into Max Medina. Rachel walks in on this and her spidey senses tingle. Lane's new science partner is Dean and she neglects to tell Rory this info. Rory finds out, gets mad and takes it out on Lorelai, then runs to Emily and Richards, which makes Emily smug. Lorelai is ashamed of being with Max Medina but is still keeping up the charade and we all have to suffer the consequences.
And that's what you missed on
Gilmore Girls.
Good God almighty, Mr. Merkel.
And obviously she cannot keep this to herself, so she has to wake Rory up too because Lorelai. So it turns out the loud banging is Luke fixing Lorelai's porch rail. He should be at the diner fixing sandwiches or railing. It is not that kind of show. This is not that kind of channel. Anyway, Lorelai starts screaming at him to stop and ends up making more noise with her dramatic screaming and waking up the neighbours and eventually locks herself out, and then Rory has to get up out of her bed and come and let her mother in yet another role reversal where Rory is the parent and Lorelai is the child.
Enough.
So, Michelle is suffering from ennui. Yes, I did have to look up what that means. I mean, I would be depressed too if I had to work with Lorelai Gilmore. So Lorelai ushers Michelle into the kitchen to try and break him out of his funk. And
guess who's back again?
Suki, who also has ennui. Apparently she's someone that picks up whatever other people have, and honestly, relatable. If someone coughs near me, I literally convince myself I have tuberculosis.
Shout out to everybody, I had fun. I gotta be good.
To be honest, I'm not well now, which is why I sound so stuffy and like this, but I wanted to get this video done, so yay me. Now, 3 guesses who calls the Independence Inn during work hours. I'll wait. Yup, you guessed it, Max Medina. Why does this man not respect a woman's right to work? Anyway, apparently Lorelai and Max can't stop thinking about each other and they're in love, blah, blah, blah.
Child. Anyway, so
literally no one cares. So Lorelai is telling Rory about her dream. Now, why do people insist on telling you about their dreams?
Have you ever had a dream that you do?
Literally not one person cares. The only time, and I mean the only time when it is acceptable to tell someone about your dream is when you've had a hate dream about your partner and you wake up next to them. Then you need to explain why you want to fight them on sight at the sight of their annoying face. Anyway, Rory is indulging her because codependence. The saving grace here is Lorelai looks cute. I'll give you that. Meanwhile, Luke is on the roof fixing something else and it is starting to be weird. Now, remember several episodes ago when Lorelai hid the Dean box? Well, Rory finds the box.
You're gonna want that stuff one day when you're old and married and looking back and thinking, I certainly had an interesting life. And then you can pull out all your old boyfriend boxes, which is good because...
Hey! Shut up!
And she's going through the box and it seems to be stirring up a weird feeling in her. Dread, hatred, annoyance, we wish. No, it's looking like she still might have feelings for Dean or whatever.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
So as per usual, Lane is trying to talk to Rory about her day at school and Rory is full on ignoring her like the terrible friend she is. When will Lane learn? Rory is distracted by her feelings for her ex-stalker.
Have you heard a word I've said? Nope.
Well, damn it.
Zero shame. So Rory decides to go into Dosey's even though it's a day that Dean is supposedly working there, and Lane, like the good friend that she is, encourages them because she wants them to be together. She can see how much Rory misses him. Side note, this girl is stunning. Go off, young Angelina Jolie. We see you. So instead of bumping into Dean straight away, she bumps into Stars Hollow's most annoying resident. Actually, there's a fight for that. And at this point, any one of them could get it. But she bumps into Taylor. I'm going to have to hand it to Taylor because he is giving Rory profiling.
Taylor, you scared me.
What are you doing? You're walking around like...
Like what?
Dare I say, like a shoplifter.
Oh, I'm not here to shoplift.
Well, you currently fit 4 of the 8 characteristics.
I do?
You're alone, you look nervous, you're meandering in an aimless fashion, and you're wearing a baggy coat.
I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
He doesn't stop her because she's young or black or an immigrant just trying to get on with their life and minding their business. Could never be current America, but we move. So after some intense questioning from Taylor, Rory relents and says she's looking for the checkout guy. And Taylor's like, oh my God, cool. And pushes this boy to the front. And Rory gets stuck making conversation with this random guy. So she leaves, she starts spiraling and freaking out and asking Lane if Dean has been spotted chatting to any other girls. And poor Lane has to listen to her neurosis and convince her that Dean is still mopey as ever and clearly still pining after Rory. Troubadour still has a job, I see. In this economy, we love to see it.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Tristan. And honestly, at first, I don't hate this. He turned out to be not completely horrendous a few episodes ago. So I had hope. Future me, this did not age well. He corners Rory at her locker with googly eyes because, of course, everybody has to be in love with the Gilmore Girls at every single minute of the day, always. Tristan has 2 tickets to see PJ Harvey and he asks Rory out on a date. How does she do it? Seriously, that would be a super cool date idea now in 2026. And this is a teenage boy in high school. No man now would or could ever. No, I cannot be envious of a fictional teenager in the early 2000s. I refuse. Anyway, Rory refuses the date because she's ridiculous. Okay, so Tristan is not all the way cured of his annoying disease because when Paris, Maddie, whatever her name is, comes around the corner, Tristan tells them that Rory has agreed to go on a date with him, even though we distinctly heard the girl say no. I guess Paris is vexed at hearing the news.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Miss Patty, aka Miss Should Be Jailed for inappropriate behaviour and nosiness. She's teaching another children's dance class.
And your hearts are broken. Your prince has betrayed you. You've been shot with an arrow, and now you're dead.
Stop it. Get some help.
So Miss Rachel doesn't know where her mans is at and therefore is asking Lorelai. That is not a good sign. Luke has been MIA and is spending a lot of time at Lorelai's fixing shit as though he is her man. What the helly, Luke? May I remind you who you're dating? Okay, so the Troubadour guy is being upstaged by another busker. Scandalous. The fight is on. So Lorelai goes home to discover Luke fixing shit in her house again and looking fine as hell doing it. It turns out Luke is hiding from Rachel. He's just not loving Rachel being around all the time. Now, we hate a non-committal avoidant man, but in his defense, Rachel did appear out of nowhere. Still, why is he confiding in Lorelai?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I know, they're friends. They're just friends. But chat to your girlfriend about your issues, Luke. Or me. Within the conversation, Lorelai does actually encourage him to go home and be with Rachel. But I reckon that's only because she's decided to be with Max Medina for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. Dean is living nice. I mean, sure, the house is giving plantation slave owner realness, but it's America, so that can't be helped.
Sorry to this man.
So Rory knocks for Dean and Dean's little sister opens the door. She's cute as hell. This is a big statement from me because I hate kids in TV shows. Rory goes full on Lorelai and starts quizzing this poor child about Dean and whether he still has pictures of her up in his room. Let the girl live. Rory does so much that she makes his little sister cry and then she runs off and leaves her on the porch when she hears Dean's voice. She is spending way too much time with her mother. Anyway, Dean comes down and I'm pretty sure he clocked her running away.
Shame. Shame.
So Max is in town and playing stepdaddy again and accompanying the Gilmore Girls to the town meeting.
She doesn't even go here.
So the topic of the town meeting this time is that the town troubadour is annoyed because he's being upstaged by this new busker guy. Also, is Rory blind? No shade. But I don't think I've seen him without his glasses ever. Or have I? Anyway, Rory keeps stealing glances at Dean, who's sitting in the back, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. I don't know if it's the series ending or what, but I slightly get the appeal.
Wait a damn minute.
When he doesn't speak and doesn't look stalkerish or murderish, he looks aight. Don't get it twisted. He's still my arch nemesis. Anyway, whilst they're arguing over troubadour nonsense, Rory finds it in herself to get up off her seat like she's Emily Pankhurst and start making a speech about how sometimes you want to say certain things but you can't find it in yourself to say it, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, she's talking about Dean. Anyway, her impassioned speech ends up helping the troubadour guy, and they settle the matter that there can only be one troubadour in Stars Hollow. So Lorelai and Luke flirt kind of in front of Max, and Max does that thing that all jealous guys do. He basically grabs up his woman like he always does to Lorelai.
Today drained me.
So Luke goes back to the diner and there is trouble in paradise. Rachel is leaving.
Girl,
what was the point in her coming back? Okay, Luke has been a little bit absent of late, but talk to the man. She's there chatting to Lorelai about Luke. However, Rachel says she's leaving because she has determined that Luke is in love with Lorelai. I am about to fling my shoe at the screen and stop watching this series forever. Forever. So it turns out Rachel can see what we and everyone else who isn't Maury and Stevie Wonder can see.
don't wait too long, okay?
To what?
To tell her.
Well, damn it.
Not the sacrificing of herself for another woman.
Stop. Just take it. Stop.
Not Rachel volunteering as tribute.
I volunteer as tribute.
Fight for your man, goddammit! So it turns out that everyone is pissed off with Rory, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. Just kidding. The girls are pissed off because Tristan has told them that Rory is going on this date to PJ Harvey. And honestly, even if she was, I don't understand the hate. By Paris's own admission, she doesn't even like him anymore. And what the hell has it got to do with Maddie and what's her name? Paris is well and truly back to torturing Rory, and it turns out Paris is editor of the school newspaper and Rory is going up for it. And Paris, in true Trump style, has hired all her useless friends to be part of the newspaper. She lets Rory know that if she applies, she could probably hang, but she will be doing some dead reporting and have some minion job.
Have a really good summer.
So Lorelai's getting ready for her date with Max Medina when Luke turns up looking for his toolbox. Is that a euphemism? He lets Lorelai know that Rachel has left, and I guess he's about to confess his undying love for her when Max Medina turns up. Terrible timing, my man, but what's new there? The two guys have a bro-off and it is awkward. Luke leaves and Max asks Lorelai if whatever she's got going on with Luke is done. And of course, Lorelai acts coy, like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? What do you mean there's chemistry between us?
Girl.
Every single person can see the chemistry betwixt the two of you. They can see it from Mars. Even Maury can see it. Then Max does that lame, boring thing that insecure men do and lets her know that when they weren't together, he was out in these streets too. So then Lorelai lets Max know that when they worked together, she slept with Dee Dee, aka her baby daddy, aka deadbeat dad, aka Christopher. Max then does what any self-respecting man would do when their back is against the wall, and he proposes.
You cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real. No, you for fake. No, you for real.
She lets him know that it is an absurd suggestion. A proposal should include romance and 1,000 yellow daisies. Hold on to that thought. Okay, so Tristan is officially tapped. Glad it's taken 21 episodes to get here. Because what do you mean he's convinced that he's going to see PJ Harvey with Rory when she said no? It's giving incel. He doesn't even know who PJ Harvey is and thinks it's a man. He even steals her books and says she'll get them back when she agrees to go with him.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Just as Rory is rejecting Tristan, Dean, and it took him all of half a second to revert back to the incel we know him to be. He doesn't even let Rory explain. He doesn't even give Rory a chance to speak. before he starts in on his Dean act.
Why?
Because I come all the way out here and I see you with him. It's just great.
No, Tristan was just...
I don't care.
No, listen.
You've got your books, Rory.
But he took...
Why is he shouting? And how does Rory deal with this interaction? By confessing her love for him, and they kiss, and I gagged. Ugh. And madness is restored. Tristan, who has been watching on like a weirdo, finally relents and puts her books back down on the ground. So Lorelai heads to the inn, and there is a delivery for her from Max. 1,000 yellow daisies.
I do not want to comment.
Max then calls the inn during work hours and tells Lorelai that he loves her and that he meant the proposal and that she should take her time to think about it. Lorelai seems kind of shell-shocked and not particularly excited about it. But she heads to the diner to break the news to Rory and ends up bumping into Luke, who wants to know why she's so flustered. The timing with these two. So Lorelai runs into the street and then Rory's running towards her and it's like one person's here, one person's there, and they're like two lovers meeting, except their mother and daughter. And they are both so giddy to tell each other that they are back with their respective stalkers and one of them might even be marrying theirs. And that, my friends, is where the episode ends and indeed the season ends.
If you're out on the road.
Well, Rory, you can stay right where you are. Hated how you treated Lane, but I guess you realising you are in love with Dean does put you in potential danger, so I don't want to be too harsh on you. Lorelai, come down, because girl, what do you want? And now you're marrying Max. Tristan, down you come. You've gone rogue yet again and cannot take no for an answer. Paris, girl, I love you, but you did too much with the little that you had in this episode. Luke, stay where you are. I feel sorry that Rachel left you, but she's right. You are in love with Lorelai. And wow, looks like we made it. Look how far we've come now, baby. What a ride. I'm low-key, high-key looking forward to what season 2 has in store for us. Will Lorelai grow on me? Will Dean spontaneously combust due to his anger issues? Will people in Stars Hollow learn to mind their damn business? All to play for in the next season, where I hope, Gilmore Gang, you will all join me. Until then, okay, bye. If you want season 2 of Gilmore Girls, it's coming for you. Subscribe.